Our next guest here in Dallas at KnowledgeFest is bringing exciting tech to modern cars, or maybe even helping your car to be more of a modern car. We thank you for tuning in to tomorrow, and of course all of the radio interviews are also on video, so if you're not already watching this video, visit us at your convenience, intotomorrow.com, and check it all out. Let us know what you think. The national trainer for ADS Maestro is Matt Yerger. Matt, welcome into Tomorrow. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. How
Good.
are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Tell me real quick a little bit about ADS and Maestro. Two different companies, or how does that work?
We actually, ADS is basically the umbrella. We have 3 different brands within ADS. So we have iDataLink Maestro, which focuses on audio, so radio replacement, amplifier replacement. We have iDataLink, which really focuses more on like bypass, so for remote starters. And then we have iDataStart, which is our all-in-one remote start brand.
Okay, very cool. And what's neat about that is that you can integrate a lot of things apparently with an existing vehicle.
That's what we do.
That up to now has been very difficult to do.
Yes. Yeah. So, vehicles are obviously becoming a lot more complicated to work on, and what we provide is a solution that allows consumers to upgrade their vehicle, whether that be a remote start or a new radio in their car, or upgrade just their audio system if they want to keep their factory radio. And we do that easily using T-harnesses.
Okay.
And our modules.
Of course, yeah, it's got to be your stuff to make it actually work. We hear occasionally from members in our audience that say, "So I got a new car, but I'm not thrilled with the radio. It's just a factory radio, and I want to replace it. But then I'm discovering that everything's integrated. I've got my air conditioning in there. I've got my GPS. I've got all these things." But that's where you guys can come in and say, not a problem. We can make this happen.
Yep. So on our iDataLink Maestro side, we make an interface called the Maestro RR. This is our new one, the Maestro RR2, which will be out really soon. But the nice thing about our products is that the module actually connects to our vehicle-specific T-harness, which just plugs into where your existing radio harness was, and just allows you to easily plug and play an aftermarket radio in. We also make a handful of dash kits that make that installation also really easy. But really what we're focused on is retaining all the OEM functions of the vehicle. So things like your climate controls will now work on the aftermarket radio just as they did on the factory radio. We also retain like safety and convenience, like blind spot detection. We retain OEM infotainment, so like Sync or Uconnect, that will all work exactly as it did from the factory on the aftermarket radio. We also do backup camera retention. That's a really big one. If you have a factory backup camera, obviously you want to keep it.
That's true, and it's frequently integrated as well. And then people think, so it's not just replacing the radio. I can't lose all this stuff.
But also people want to add more cameras. They want to add a front camera. They want to add a turn signal camera. We also allow not only the retention of the factory camera, but also the ability to add additional cameras to your factory system.
A turn signal camera?
Yeah, so a turn signal camera would be like a lot of the factory cars, like Honda does it. When you're changing lanes, when you turn your turn signal on, it automatically will display a camera on whatever side you're merging into traffic, so you can see there's no blind spot.
Nice. I could use that.
Yeah, it is. It's a great feature.
I mean, a lot of people just count on the beeps and the radar or laser kind of stuff and hope for the best. But it's much better when you can actually see that there's nobody in that lane.
Yeah, and then on the other side of things, some people don't want to upgrade their factory radio. They're very happy with the way their factory radio is. They just don't like the way it sounds. Right? They've got the CarPlay and the Android Auto. They've got all the features they want, but the audio system just isn't that great. And again, like replacing your radio, it's not that simple. You can't just take your factory amplifier and speakers out and put a new one in. It's all controlled via your vehicle's computer. So what our interface does, we don't make the radio or the amplifier. We make an interface that goes in between your factory radio and your new amplifier that basically converts everything into a language that your new amplifier can understand. And again, everything that we do is all T-harness. So we make the installation very, very easy. It takes out the complexity, and it saves a lot of time. You're not having to trace down wires and worry about where to install it. We take all of that out of the equation.
And that's what's important about you referencing T-harness in terms of our audience. You don't have to worry about what that is, except to know that it makes life so much easier for your installer.
Yep, plug and play.
Yeah, which hopefully saves you money. So as you want these various things to be done, you hear T-harness, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and we do that on our remote start side of things. You know, the way remote starts used to be done is they were analog, right? You had to trace down each wire and connect each wire. Now it's all done through the vehicle's computer, which is each vehicle has its own specific language. What we do is we reverse engineer that language and make it work so that you can install a remote starter, and it plugs and plays into the vehicle through a T-harness. Now, some of our solutions you still have to manually wire, but we are growing that category. We are constantly releasing more T-harness solutions to, again, make the installer's job a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure. Again, benefiting us in the long run as consumers. Did we talk about the DSR?
So the DSR one is our joint project with Rockford Fosgate, and this product takes our technology and merges it with their technology. So again, we talked a little bit about amp replacement, where you want to keep your factory radio and upgrade. It's actually not in there.
Oh, I was going to say I'm fighting to open the box.
Yeah, but you can see a picture of it on there. Yeah, so basically this is just a more universal solution. So if you want to keep your factory radio, again, this T-harness is in, and it gives you RCA outputs that you can go to any aftermarket amplifier that you want. And again, we retain your door chimes, we retain your Bluetooth calls, your navigation prompts, and we send them to the correct speakers at the correct volume.
And that's important. Unlike what I do when I'm on the air too much and start screaming, and that's not the correct volume anymore.
Yes.
You want more information, of course, you can get from all of the cool stuff that Matt's been talking about, iDataLink.com.
iDataLink.
Right? I'm sorry, iDataLink. I knew that. It was a test.
It's iDataLink. Like I said, you can just go to iDataLink.com or iDataLinkMaestro.com to, get to any one of our websites. So.
Terrific. And we'll get you there, too, when you visit intotomorrow.com. Again, come by, see the video, not only with Matt, but of all the guests here from Dallas, Texas, and KnowledgeFest. I'm Dave Graveline. Into Tomorrow continues. We hope you stay tuned here on the Advanced Media Network.